This is an episode of the Leadheads Podcast, a weapons and firearm podcast unlike any other. If you like what you hear, please consider subscribing or checking out our YouTube page. Work the trigger. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Leadheads Podcast, episode 39, a YouTube live stream with random content involved.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Leadheads Podcast. This is our first of what we're going to try out with a new format, where we are live streaming, a little bit more interactive, a little bit more this and that. Try out with a new format, where we are hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, a little bit more let us know if this and that. Try out with a new format, where we are. In the meantime, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, but a little bit more let us know this and that. Try out with a new format, where we are. In the meantime, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, but a little bit more this and that. Try out with a new format. Where we are, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, a little bit more this and that. Try out the new format. Where we are, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, a little bit more this and that. Try out the new format. Where we are, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, a little bit more this and that. Try out the new format. Where we are, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, a little bit more this and that. Try out the new format. Where we are, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, a little bit more this and that. Try out the new format. Where we are, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, a little bit more this and that. Try out the new format. Where we are, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, a little bit more this and that. Try out the new format. Where we are, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive, a little bit more this and that. Try out the new format. Where we are, hear us right now, a little bit more interactive. All right, guys, let us know how it's going now, if you could.
I can't see the comments now.
I know we can't see the comments now. Can't understand anything.
We're trying.
It worked earlier when I tried this out.
Well, were you talking in both microphones at the same time?
Not at the same. I mean, I was sitting
Manny
here
said
and
it's
talking.
Fixed. Pistol Pete said it's fixed.
Cool. Okay. So apparently it was just turning it down. Anyway, so we're gonna do a couple of live streams. We're gonna be doing our list stuff still. So just getting a nice variety of things. So with that being said, you wanna head to your first one? What am I calling you in this?
I don't know.
Am I calling you Builder, or am I just calling?
You can call me anything except late for dinner.
It's I feel like the dang it, I can't think the guys, the Muppets who sit up at the top and comment on the
grumpy old one.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a life goal right there.
All achieved. Okay, so what's your topic?
The only topic I can think of is the new Hellcat, the Hellcat Pro.
The Hellcat Pro.
And
give us a breakdown. What is it?
We've done I don't know. We've done an episode, and it was a live episode where we discussed pocket nines, micro nines, and stuff like that, and their viability. And now I kind of wanted to start a dialogue on the way that the micro nines have adapted. So I mean, originally these are obviously these are all airsoft guns, right?
Obviously.
So you got the words are hard. The 365 here. Now we have the three basic variants, actually four basic variants. We have the 365, we have the 365 XL, the 365X, and the 365 SAS, which is, that awesome.
Right. Awesome.
So you have the three variants of that. Now you have the two variants of the Hellcat. You have the Hellcat and the
three.
Yeah.
You have the Optics ready version.
I forgot about
the pleb one right here.
Well, they have the Roland Special too.
Oh yeah.
But they have, your standard size. There's the camera. Your standard size Hellcat. Then they have your Roland Special, and then they have the Hellcat Pro. What's the other one?
The OSP. Or no, it's
No,
the
the other
I know which one
there's
you're
more
talking
than
about.
2 of these guns.
I never remember the name of the Hellcats. It's because it
Oh, the
holds
Glock.
such a
Sorry, I was thinking the 43, the 43X, and the 48.
yeah.
Being in that line as well, where like the 365. I'll start the Shield, the 43, and then the 365 and the Hellcat. They all were very small guns. And then when you got to the 365 and the Hellcat, you had a really small gun and then great capacity or better capacity.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have not as small guns, but still smaller guns with obviously a lot of capacity. But like the new Hellcat, it's 15+1, so it has the same capacity as this Airsoft Glock 19 right here.
But it's
That's
slightly
not pointed at
smaller
me.
than
Like
the Airsoft
I'm
Glock
way back
19.
here. It's smaller in like every dimension. So it's a Glock 48
Yeah,
essentially.
it is thicker than a Glock 48, which is
Mhm.
Glock's claim to fame on that is is that it's thinner. So like with and oddly enough with the new Hellcat, Harrison from Harry's Holsters has one and was checking it out. The grip on the new one is 40 thousandths thicker than the grip on the original.
Hmm.
So I don't know
That
why.
sucks.
My guess is strength. As you elongate that, it's going to have
That could
more
be.
flex, and so they
Yep.
added it for rigidity. But okay, so
So I
what
guess
is your take on it?
my
Yeah,
root thing was, where are we going with micro nines? Because the original reason for the micro nines was it was a micro nine, right? I
yeah.
mean, a little gun with a fair amount of capacity. But now we have, like with the Glock 48 and the Hellcat Pro, you have a Glock 19-ish size gun
Mm-hmm.
that's a little slimmer with the same capacity. So I don't quite understand this. And mind you, I have been known to be dense. I didn't understand the 19X and the 45 until I got a 45, and then I understood that it's pretty freaking sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just wondering what you guys in the chat and what you are thinking about the where this fad of the micro nines is going. I'm not going to get rid of my 17 that I carry.
Right.
Obviously.
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 Obviously. Yeah, it's
I know Jordan for sure likes to carry his little micro pistol everywhere he goes.
loves it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I also wonder where the micro 9 concept is going, because again, as you said, the niche that it fell into, that it started with the Sig Sauer, the P365, was to essentially like replace the position of the mouse guns like the LCP, and but still have adequate
It combined
capacity,
the
a good
LCP and the Glock 26.
yes, yeah. But now that you're getting into these bigger ones, like although the new Hellcat Pro is smaller than a Glock 19, in comparisons, it's not that much smaller than a Glock 19.
Right.
Like really, so what are you gaining? What you're losing is shootability, because it's not going to shoot as well. The smaller guns, they're just not going to shoot quite as well as a bigger gun. Like a Glock 45 is a great gun. It still doesn't quite shoot better than a 17. The obviously it shoots better than 19. You get more grip on it,
Right.
but you just get into this weird size discrepancy of, is it worth it to get a minor bit of concealment over a minor loss of shootability? And for me, like, I'm just not there going down to the level of a Hellcat. Like, so
Well, I mean, I have this wonderful new prototype holster from Harry's Holsters that's old news, long time ago, and I can carry a Glock 17 with my plethora of meat around my belly. We'll say it's meat to be generous to me, with my bacon.
media floof.
And I'm sitting down, in a chair. I'm comfortable, and really all you need to carry a bigger gun is a better holster.
Yep.
So they make all those holsters for the big guns too.
Yeah.
All the holsters they make for the little dinker guns, they make for the big guns. And honestly, when I had a 26, I carried it appendix, and I could not get that thing to be comfortable. It was pinchy in all the wrong pinchy places.
Yep. Speaking of holsters, if you're looking for a quality holster that is going to be the most comfortable holster that you will ever have, head over to harrysholsters.com. Over there, you're going to find the Singleton, which is, as I said, the single most comfortable holster I have ever worn. And you can use the coupon code WORKTHETRIGGER for 10% off over there. Let's you guys are talking behind the scenes here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, like I think the Hellcat, the normal Hellcat, makes more sense than the Hellcat Pro. What
Now,
you want to summarize yours?
And with the third variant that the Hellcat doesn't have yet,
with the non-existent Hellcat.
No, but the third variant, the SIG has it and Glock has it with the 43X and the 365X.
Yeah,
that is a more desirable gun for me. And again, it carries just like the bigger version would.
Yeah.
Go ahead and open it. It's okay. Everybody knows you drink.
Oh no, I was worried
Fluids.
about. I'm worried about it. Wow. Because I popped it open and it starts like it's going. Like it's really going to go at it.
Like the 365 in my hand. This is hard. I can't see myself. In my hand,
That's what she said.
It's like a dinker. Like it's so stinking small. But the 365X, for a little bit extra grip, I can grab hold of the gun. So I get the appeal of the 365X, but the slide is also not the part that you have to conceal.
Right.
So maybe I'm just pissing into the wind with this whole conversation, but I actually do prefer the X frames, the 43X and the 365X. And honestly, I love my G45. 19s just stopped fitting my hand a couple years ago, and full size just works for me.
Good thing they came out with the 45 for you.
I mean, I carry the 17, but yeah.
That's true. But the 45 is like, it's a viable option.
Mm-hmm.
But and I'm assuming that they'll do that with the Hellcat, but
the Big Johnson, when you say baby guns for baby hands, are you meaning my 17 for you? Because that's like me carrying a 26.
Now this isn't going to be accurate, obviously, because this is an airsoft gun, but it's yeah, that's like Glock 19 size to him.
Not really. Like this.
No,
this is Glock 19 size to me. But like,
wait. Hold it down and just put it in your hand. Let's see the size difference. It's not that. It's not that far. Stop being a weenie. Hold the gun.
I am.
Okay. Anyway, so it's a good thing we've got so many airsoft guns here.
Yeah, not that a 19's a bad gun. I'd carry a 19 anytime, but I just prefer the full size frame.
Oh, Harrison just asked a good question. Are we going to see manufacturers go metal frames on these smaller guns? So I really, really, really want either an aluminum frame or a tungsten infused frame P365.
I don't think they'll go tungsten, but I can see them doing metal with as much aftermarket as there is right now. They're pretty good. I mean, that's what they did with the Legion. They saw people were wanting aftermarket frames, so then they were like, we're going to make
the AGX versions.
Well, I meant with the Legion.
Yeah.
Because there was an aftermarket tungsten frame, and then they were like, "Oh, look at that! They're selling that." So
I reckon that's a good idea.
I mean, they just did that. They essentially just released the Parker Mountain Machine variant, and Manny mentioned that earlier with the 365. They have that, whatever that's called now, the one with the comp on it.
And I would love one of those, like pretty much any of those, because the 365 actually shoots surprisingly well for its size.
Well, a barrel that short, you have a lot of excess gases coming out, so a comp's going to work really well.
Should call it an Andy barrel. A lot of excess gas.
It's true.
Builder farter. Man, that's bringing a blast
from
the past.
Time.
A blast.
A blast.
Okay, so now that we've beat that topic into the ground, let's go. So
I'm not betting against Harrison. Every time.
Probably a good call. All right. So my first one is SIG has officially come out with the Romeo 2, their modular red dot, where a single purchase gets you a standard single pane red dot, a single pane red dot with a shield on it to make it so you can drop it, and the addition of the ability to make an enclosed dot. kinda.
Right.
Like it's
kind of like a Fast Fire 4.
yeah. And I was looking at their setup on it, and I'll tell you the rear glass really really concerns me. Like it doesn't look strong at all. It's not like well set
Has
in
Sage
there.
ran one yet?
I don't think so.
I thought he had one.
Maybe I'm sure he's got one. I just don't know if he's put out a thing on it yet.
But you're good at that.
So it comes with hey now with multiple reticle options, including 3 MOA, 6 MOA, and 10 MOA, and similar to the Holosun Circle. You remember the Holosun? I don't even remember what it was called, where they got that like just the circle, like the smaller circle. So they're coming out with one of those.
It was the 407 CO.
CO, that's it. Yeah, which I don't know. I never even looked at one of those. Did you ever look through one?
I haven't looked through one in person. No.
Okay, well that's a shame. No, I haven't either. So I don't know what, but I like what SIG is trying to do. They are actually like, contrary to some other brands that shall not be named, they're actually modifying their offering and providing something new. So I appreciate that.
Now the only SIG dot I see in the past 8 months is his Romeo 1 Pro.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he's got one. He just hasn't put it out yet. Hasn't done his thing yet. But you are not a fan of the SIG Romeo, at least mine, right?
No, I just don't like the dot size. I don't think there's anything wrong with the dot.
I remember.
I'm not a big dot fan.
That's true. Yeah, I like 6 MOA is my sweet spot if I'm gonna go big. Like I need between 2 to 6 is what, like the ones up in the 8s. That's weird.
No, it's like weird. Your 6 MOA and even your on your Delta Point Pro, you have the 5. And I have the 3 1/4, and I just don't like the big dots. I just don't. I understand that you can go a lot faster with them shooting USPSA, but I don't like them.
I will say too, the SIG dots don't get as bright as I wish they did. The Delta Point Pro definitely gets a little bit brighter. And that was one of my main complaints with the SIG dot when I was running it on the Legion, was it was just hard to catch the dots sometimes. I need like 3 more Delta Point Pros.
The glass was funny colored too, wasn't it?
It is slightly off, like slightly discolored. I would.
It's got a little red in it or something.
It's right there. It's a good thing that I kept that airsoft gun back behind us too. It's like a crimson color.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, a little bit of a crimson. Some of them have like a blue tinge. Some of them have like a green.
Look like a grandpa. Look at it.
You do kind of. It's great. It's really good. You should keep doing that.
Back in my day, we just used these iron sights.
So that's my take on that one.
It's got like a reddish purplish tint.
It's nifty, but I'm not going to. I don't like the first one, and it is a big gun. I don't like the first one well enough to bother like getting the upgraded version. I like the Delta Point Pro better. So
yeah, I fully understand that the Delta Point Pro is not a duty dot.
Right. Oh yeah.
But I love the Delta Point Pro.
I was playing with an SRO a little bit ago.
And it's not a duty dot either, so I don't feel bad.
Week. No. But I don't like the window shape. The more and more I play with it, it's just this big round thing. But the big round, like, yeah, it's big, but it's taller. Those are actually a little bit wider, and I like the wide window a little bit more than I like the tall window.
I'd like to look through that, the Romeo 1 XL. Is that right? That last year we were at a match, and there was a lady running
that one, and it was
huge. Like the window off of a Volkswagen Beetle. I mean, it was enormous.
Oh, I'm running through mall rats in the back of my head, in someplace very uncomfortable. What, like the back of a Volkswagen? Anyway, no, that one was. I would rather have that dot than the new Romeo 2. All right. Our next topic. Okay, so this is I don't know why this is on here, but we're going through it anyway. So if I were to buy an AK-47, 47, not a 74. Now the 7. I am fully aware that the 74, that the 5.45 is a better round. I don't care if I'm gonna slum it and get an AK. I'm gonna get a 30 cal. Like I'm gonna get a 7.62 by 39. Like it's just what you do. It's like it's my first AK, and it would be like buying an AR that wasn't in 5.56 as your first AR. Actually, it's more blasphemous. It's like getting a 1911 that's not in 45.
I mean, my first AR
It's like
was in 308.
that's not an. Oh, yeah. We are a bunch of sinners.
Yeah, well.
Please forgive me. Give me God, Jesus. Gun Jesus.
Forgive me, Tom Cruise.
Forgive us, Brandon, for we have sinned. Oh, that's horrid. Okay. Anyway, so if I were to buy an AK-47 again, do I get a Palmetto one? Like they've got I haven't heard much about the Palmetto. It's called the 300 Blackout. I haven't heard that much about the Palmetto Arms AK, which is probably good because if they were crap, like you'd hear a lot about it.
Yeah, well, like when Centuries had those problems a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, and they're still known as trash, even though they have improved a little bit. Like, but I haven't heard that much about the Palmetto one. But if I were to get it, they've got blems for like $650.
They have like 70 different models to choose
They
from,
do.
and some of them have cool names.
And oh, dude, I
Shark Fin.
meant to send you one. They had one with plum purple furniture.
Oh,
And it was like $650.
Was it a side folder?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yeah. You're lucky that I didn't send it to you.
7.6239, so that would be fine.
Yeah, right? You wouldn't even have to stock a new round.
And to correct with the 5.45, 5.45 is king. I believe this. But if I was to get an AK, it would actually be in 5.56. And then I would run the mag adapter and run AR mags.
Oh.
Because, why not?
Yeah.
If I could run a Glock mag adapter for pistols, I'd have a whole lot of different pistols out there.
I do want to bring something up really quick that just popped into the chat about the Delta Point Pro and its absolutely horrid controls. It's got a single button down in the middle. Oh my gosh, who thought of that? Like, what kind of midget-sized hand person? Even my tiny little like lettuce hands can't get in there. Cabbage hands. Yeah, it sucks. It's horrid. I don't know why they designed that. Anyway, so
yeah, if you could get a used Wasser 10.
Used Wasser 10s are like $1,000.
Yeah, that's the problem with it.
Like this is not a gun that I like.
I bought a brand new Wasser 10 for $350 when I was in high school.
Yeah, and
I mean it was awesome.
Need to kick you for getting rid of that.
Yeah, it's on the list of things I need kicked for.
I mean, it's pretty high up there too.
Yeah, it's right behind the 17L.
But that's the problem. Is like I don't want an AK enough to like spend good money on it. Because if I'm going to spend over $1,000, I'm just going to save up like an extra $300 and get a really good AR. Like you can get a solid AR for $1,300. Whereas, I mean, and yeah, the AKs are for that price are good, but screw it. Like I just want a cheap ass one. That's cheap round, cheap gun. As long as it shoots and functions, meh.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it for like for bragging rights. It's an AK.
Harrison's got a good idea there. The Zastava.
How much is that stuff?
I don't know, but I know.
Well, if you don't know, then how do you know it's a good value?
I know it's a good gun.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
I don't know. I'd have a hard time not going with Arsenal, and maybe at this point, because I don't know a whole lot about Arsenal, that's like recommending a Kimber 1911. I don't know, but I know Arsenal is a big name and has been a big name, and I know that they have ran forever. So if their quality has drooped, I greatly apologize. I'm sure somebody would know, but Arsenals are just great guns.
So
were just great guns last time I knew.
So ironically enough, with the Kimber comment there, so I recently went and recorded a range safety video. Speaking of which, I need to finish that up. But so the range owner, he had his kids there and brings out a couple of guns for them to play with, and one of them is a Kimber 9mm 1911. And of all of the guns that we had on the range that day, that is the one gun that malfunctioned. Which is good because we were doing the thing with malfunctions, but
I made the Glock malfunction, but I made it malfunction.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't count. It's and also his kids, great actors. His daughter,
Better than me. It wasn't saying much. I just stood there.
I can't. I'm trying to remember the reaction that his daughter had. Okay. So we were doing a section about the range staff helping with things. So we asked her to go up and hold the gun, and I quote, all wrong, in order to show like and then he was going to come over and correct her. You know what she did? Like a pro, no guidance, no nothing. Hand over the back. And I'm watching this, and she gets up there and she does it, and of course he stops her and he fixes it, and I'm just standing there like, off the top of her head, she was like, "That's how I'm gonna do it."
Because she's been to USPSA and she's seen 50-year-old men get their thumbs beat to shit.
Oh man, I can't. So one time I was over there, and I'm shooting. And when I'm shooting, I try to keep to myself. Like I am significantly above average shooter, but I'm not amazing, So I don't try to like hop in and like tell people what's what, because that ain't my spot. That's not my jam. So I'm standing there, and this older couple is doing it and is shooting. Guy shoots a couple, and of course he's teacupping it, and with a big old recoil on like
I don't
a 9mm.
care a little bit about teacup. Teacup, it is what it is.
If it works, it works. His wife gets up there, and this is like an old, I don't remember the exact gun. I think it was like a Smith & Wesson Sigma or something like that. So she gets up there, finger over the back, and I catch it right as it goes, and she, hops back, and it didn't break her, but it drew a little bit of blood. But I'm just like, man, like step number 1, give it to her unloaded, let her touch it and hold it so that she knows what she's doing, and you correct her before she does that. That is just irresponsible. Made me want to kick him in the balls.
My dad shooting USPSA, he'll, the first stage he'll get up there and not even think about it, pull out his gun, and he's a good shooter. He'll pull out his gun, put that thumb right behind there, and that is the one time where I don't care if I get DQ'd. I will yell at somebody if I see it, and I'm just standing, every time I'm standing back there going, thumb, and then bang, and he kind of shakes his hand like, oh, that hurt. Finishes the stage, and he's like, you got any Band-Aids? Dad, come on.
And he's shot plenty.
Oh, he has. It's just like,
yep.
If I got flustered, I'd put my finger in front of the trigger guard. I mean, it just you hold the gun wrong.
It's true. It's true. We missed you last weekend, by the way.
Yeah,
it was sad times.
I was canning meat.
Our squad was a fun squad.
Dad said he's coming next time.
What? That's April. I can go in April.
Yeah,
I will miss either May or June. One of those two. I gotta fly out on one of those. Will you? Okay. I'm glad we're taking care of this on the air, figuring out our schedules here. But so hey, if you're in Indiana, around the Lafayette area, check out the Wildcat Valley Rifle and Pistol Club, their USPSA schedule, and you can shoot with us. So, oh hey, David Crum with the super chat. Hello. Let's see. I'm not trying to change the subject on you guys, but what are your thoughts on constitutional carry getting progress? Do you want to go first on that?
I really didn't think it was going to, but I guess I don't have many thoughts. It's not like I'm bitter that I paid for a carry permit and all that. That I don't care about that.
Right. I was going to say I'm not bitter because those carry permits are reciprocable around, and I can carry in other states with it.
So I'm not opposed to it. I don't know. I don't have much of an opinion on it. I think it could be good and it could be bad. And yeah,
I like it. I am appreciative that that it's gaining traction. I do not think that Holcomb will sign it in. I think that he's going to veto it because he's a bureaucratic piece of crap who enjoys his power. He has still held on to the emergency powers from the COVID stuff for considerably way too long. So I think that it's going to get vetoed, but I am appreciative that the other sections of government actually acknowledge it. I think that it should pass because criminals don't give a crap anyway.
Right.
And if you are, and the way it works is if you are legally allowed to own the pistol, you can carry the pistol. Well, that means that you're getting background checked every time that you go. I mean, the process to get a carry permit I don't even know if it's that much more intricate or if it's just that
No,
somebody does it.
it's
And so
just
it's
different.
it's just a bureaucratic
Mhm.
black hole basically. But yeah, so there we are on that. Oh yeah. Timothy would like me to remind you that the Wildcat Valley Rifle and Pistol Club USPSA matches are on the first Saturday of every month and are on Practice Score. It's on there under WVRPC. There you go, USPSA.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So our next topic, let's go ahead and go to, it's yet another dot. Shield has come out with the RMS X to replace the original RMS in its dedicated not to replace it, but it is their dedicated competition optic.
It's the bigger one.
It is. It's gigantic compared to the originals. So it features a larger window, but similar design and the same footprint as the original RMS. It's available with an 8 MOA and a 4 MOA dot. Thoughts? Got none.
Those are big dots.
It's 4 MOA. It's only 2 times the size of the
Yeah, but it's 2 times the size of the Holosun.
The Holosun's tiny. It's a tiny little one.
I know. I love it. So precise and intricate. I don't know. I don't trust it.
I don't either. I don't even. So the RMSC was great for when it came out. There was nothing else in its size range. Like it just, there wasn't. And they went very, very minimal on the bracing and the structural components of it. And I really think that they should have rethought that in this one. This one just seems like it seems poorly balanced. The dimensions of it, or
I need to look it up again because
it's dumb looking.
I feel like it's giving me Vortex Venom vibes.
Okay, so really quick, Kathleen in the chat has just asked what MOA is. That is the size of the dot. So if you're looking through the glass, a 2 MOA dot will at 100 yards look like it's about 2 inches around. A 6 MOA dot at 100 yards would look like it's about 6 inches around. So it's just the size of the dot. The smaller the number, the tighter the dot, and the more precise shots that you can make, but it's also a little bit more difficult to pick up the dot per brightness. So like if you got the same brightness of a 2 MOA and the same brightness of a 6 MOA, the 6 will be easier to see. The 2 will be a little bit more precise. So, well,
that's a big old ugly dot.
It is. It's just the dimensions are off. The proportions. That's it.
It's like they took the base and then they're just like, yeah, we're gonna super glue a bigger lens on.
That's exactly what they did. What it looks like to me. Do you remember the North Star folding dot?
The where NC like the Star?
The NC Star. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Like it just looks all funky.
It's like goofy. A combination of that and a Vortex Venom.
Yeah, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
I do like the Vortex Venom for what it is. Just a generalized dot that you could put on like a 22 or something.
Yeah.
But that's just.
Well, I just meant the shield. I don't like that one.
Right. Just thought I'd throw that one in there.
Right.
There's love in my heart for the Vortex Venom still.
Yeah, I don't know why. Still haven't figured that out.
Because it was my first dot.
It was his first, and you always have a soft spot in your heart for your first.
Yeah,
that's weird. Anyway, there's no way that I'm going to buy the new Shield one. I don't care.
I definitely won't. Yeah, I agree with Kyle and Timothy. I very much prefer the smaller dot, but I see the advantage of the bigger dot in USPSA. But I don't typically gear my purchases for USPSA anymore.
That's Well, when you shoot it twice a year, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next one is just a random question. If you could have one gun that isn't currently offered in 10 millimeter and have it offered in 10 millimeter, what would that gun be?
The FNX 45.
Oh, that's a good answer. That is a good answer.
There's no other gun that needs to be in 10 millimeter more.
No, you're right. So a lot of people, being a CZ guy, a lot of people would say the CZ97.
Yeah, but it's made.
It's just the barrel, but I don't think the 97 needs to be in 10. I don't think the 97 needs to be. Is that blasphemous?
No.
No? Okay, good.
Now Reload Wrap's got a idea there.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I really like that
That
idea. A
thing would
Beretta
explode.
92 in 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, like the slide would just tear in half. But it would be fun in the meantime. Like, you got 10 solid rounds through that thing. Oh, a shield in 10 millimeter. That would be hard to hold on to.
No, it wouldn't actually.
No, did they ever?
It's like a Snubnose 357. You just don't get the power. You're shooting a 40.
Did they ever come out with a 10 millimeter XDEM?
Yeah,
they did. Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't sure.
Of them.
Okay,
I know they make the XDM
or
compact.
XDS. Maybe I think
not
the XDS.
not the
okay,
XDS.
they should in the because they got a 45 XDS, right?
Yeah, that was the first.
Yeah. So why not make it?
Because it's pointless.
You shut your face hole.
It is 45.
Shut that
45's
trap.
45's okay in a short barrel.
Kathleen says she would like a high point 10 millimeter.
They make a high point 10 millimeter rifle.
They do, and it's awesome. That's like the best gun that they have, other than my CP9.
If your PDP was in 10 millimeter, I bet your dot would have come off by now.
Maybe they'll come out with it now that they've improved the dot mounting system. I don't remember if that's one of my topics, but it totally should be. Oh, greatest thing. Okay. So for those who don't know, on the YouTube channel, Work the Trigger, I have a video calling out Walther for their crappy design on the PDP plate. It doesn't have integrated lugs, so the plate's just sitting on top of the slide. Anyway, so on the video, in the comments, I get all the time, like, have there been any reports of any breaks? I haven't seen any reports of any breaks. Where are the breaks? So it just so happens that yesterday, CNH posted a picture of the old plate design and the new plate design, telling people, like, make sure you know which one's which. So in the comments down there was a guy who was like, hey, I work at a gun store. I put an Optic on a PDP, and within 10 shots, the thing flew off. And like an hour later, somebody posted on the comments of the video, like, oh, I've never seen this happen. And I'm like, ha ha ha. Well, maybe you should head over to the Instagram. That's me typing. I don't know if you could tell, even though it was more like this because I was on my phone, but that
I get it.
Less effective than the fingers.
Now Jordan had a good option for the 10 millimeter as well. The HK45.
Oh, that would be good.
Because I view the HK45 and the FNX 45 as very comparable pistols.
Yeah, totally agree.
Even though the capacity is completely different. Other than that, I view them as very comparable pistols. And you can't put an Optic on the HK45 for less than like $500.
That's just sad.
Yeah.
I do want another pistol. Pete had said the Tangfoglio Witness in 10 millimeter. I would like one of those.
The Witness Hunter looks like an
is that the 6-inch?
Yes, it looks like an incredibly well built gun.
Yeah,
Tangfo.
That's all right. Tangfo makes really good guns.
Oh yes, they do.
I've actually there's been one on the used market here around town, and I've been seriously thinking about getting it, but it's like it doesn't fill an empty slot. It's like doubling up on a slot. So, but I digress. Okay. So next one is the thing that we already covered earlier.
My one?
Your one, yeah. Yeah, this is my summary. 15 rounds, slightly smaller than a Glock 19.
That's what it is.
That is. Okay, I want to jump
Jordan, I'm surprised you don't have a Witness Hunter yet because those are absolutely sweet.
And humongous, which fits him.
Yeah, you'd probably carry
It's a compensation gun.
Ouch.
A little bit.
Says the guy with a 105 shell behind us.
That's true. Hey, that thing turned out great.
Yeah.
All right. Also got a 20 millimeter up there and some knives. And there's a hatchet behind him. You can't see that, but it's there. It's there. Okay. So this next topic is pertaining to the current state of world affairs.
Oh crap.
Okay. So we all know stuff's going down in Ukraine. Did you see I censored myself there? Stuff's going down in Ukraine, right? We know that. Okay. So there are a bunch of like American ammo brands that have been claiming that they're going to send ammo over. Okay. Is that legitimately going to help, or are they simply virtue signaling?
It's virtue signaling in a way that people won't call them out as virtue signaling.
Mm-hmm. I'll do it.
I mean, they're doing more than I'm doing.
I mean, yes, they are. But also, how long is it going to take to pack, ship, and get that into a war-torn country?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, is it going to make it there in any amount of realistic time to actually do anything? Or is it going to drop 6 months later when there's factions all over the place and they're dropping them to the baddies?
Right.
just don't let them drop 545. That way Russia can't use it.
So just reading the chat, I have to congratulate Jordan on getting approved for rifles this year in Iowa, because that's a game changer, and you're going to be a very happy camper now.
Oh, they got approved for rifles?
That's what he just said.
Nifty. Do you have the insanely stupid caliber restrictions like we have? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy that we have rifles, but our caliber restrictions are dumb. What?
Our caliber restrictions are 243 and up.
There's a top end. It's 3.
It's short of a 50. I could have sworn
there was.
You can hunt with Lapua.
Can you? Oh, all right. Never mind then.
Yeah. This is Indiana, bud.
Well, I know it is, but just saying. I thought back when I got the 300 blackout, there was some. I thought did they change it in between then and now?
Federal finally found a market for their 30 super carry in Ukraine. That's
good. That's good. Yeah, and as Harry said, like, do they even actually plan to send it, or are they just talking about it? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen in a way that's actually going to effectively help. All right. So, hey, chat, start posting up some stuff to talk about, because I got one left. All right. And you, if you could write them down as you go. Okay. So the last one, all right. So this is pertaining to SIG's announcement that they're taking the Airsoft 365 and converting the 9mm version of the Airsoft 365 to a 380. Okay. What are the benefits of taking a successful, functional, well-handling 9mm platform and transitioning it into 380? What are the overall benefits of that? There's one that I can think of.
SIG was successful, or Smith was successful with it.
With which one? The 360 or the 380 EZ?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's a new gun though.
It is
similar form factor, brand new gun though.
It is. So that one's gonna be hard.
That one?
No, the next one's gonna be hard.
Okay.
I don't know. The only reason to go 380 over 9mm in the same platform, there's two reasons. If one, you have 10 million rounds of 380 at your house, and the other is if 9mm is too snappy. So the only reason to go with 380 and have the very much inferior round that I would not trust with my life would be to have less felt recoil.
To give you an idea of how little I trust 380, I would carry my LCP2 in 22.
I would carry
over my LCP2 in 380. Yeah, it's and I think the biggest thing, even past felt recoil, is the ability to rack the slide. Racking the slide and being able to do that on 380s, you generally get that, but still, like, it's just, I don't know. I wish they had done something different, but to each their own, I guess. I'm not gonna be too picky about it, because honestly, I'll probably end up with one at some point, but not today. All right. Are you getting ready to text those to me, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So let's go back over our chat questions. Now, really quick, while we're going over these, to everybody in the chat, I appreciate the input. Keep them coming. We are going to keep going for about another 15 minutes. Get this thing going right about an hour, maybe over. I don't know yet. We'll find out. We'll see. We are going to try to do this live every other week. So keep an eye out for our live streams every other week. We're going to be doing this basically the same thing where we get on here. We just free talk with you guys for a little while. And then we will, as I said, still in the week betweens, we'll still have our list videos and be able to get that content out to you guys too. So our first question is going to be, there's a creepy car out. Oh, wait, no, that's not a question. That's it's an inside joke. Well, it's not really an inside joke. Okay. So the first one is Kathleen has asked, do bearded men shoot better?
I have shot without a beard and I've shot with a beard.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just say without a beard and with a beard, then yes, I have shot substantially better since I've got the beard.
That's fair.
I've become a better shooter as a person since I've got the beard, but I do shoot better now that I have the beard.
That's true. And
to be a complete open book here, I had a beard when I was 16. So I shot every time I shot before that versus 16 to 32.
That is very fair. Okay. And I also think so. I've had facial hair for the better part of 20 years now, but I have grown the beard within the last like 3 years or so. Before that, it was more of like a goatee thing or like really short. And thus I can also say I shoot better with a beard. That makes total sense, right? Okay. Our next one is, all right. So this one, I think we're going to have to split up. Top 10 carry optics guns. Can I?
You do 5, I do 5.
Not that. Oh, I need to do it this way. Yeah, I think that's how we'll do it. You do 5, I'll do 5.
Okay.
You want to go back and forth on it?
Yeah, that's the only fair way to do it. I'm going to go with a Smith & Wesson 5-inch core.
Okay.
Performance center.
Top 10. What carry? Like, are we talking carry? Like competition carry optics?
Yeah.
Okay, Glock 34.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Beretta 92X series.
It's an interesting choice because I wouldn't carry it with the dot, but competition, totally in on. All right. The SIG P365 X5 Legion.
320.
Yeah, 320. Sorry, P320 X5 Legion.
Okay.
That's 4 total. We're going really slow with this one.
CZ Shadow 2 optics ready.
Nice.
That's 5.
You know what? I'm gonna throw kind of a weird one in. The Glock 17. I think that's way better than most people. Haha, beat you.
The CZ P10F competition ready.
Nice. I forgot we have the competition.
We're like, I'm doing the guns you would do, and you're doing the guns.
It's true. I'm trying to think of what else I have. Oh, the Canik TP9 SF Elite.
Yep, absolutely.
That one is underrated. I like pretty much every single gun that we've mentioned. I think shoots better in feel, but they're $100 to $500 more, to $1,000 more actually with the shield. Okay, so that's 8.
Walther Q5 match.
Nice.
That was a hard one to think of.
That was SF.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously.
Duh.
Obviously.
Can I go with this guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
The FN 509, which is again an airsoft gun in this case, but in its real gun form, excellent shooting gun. We need to get this out. Have you shot this yet?
No. The only thing I've done with that is taken a picture with it sitting on the table with my 509 optic, and I sent it to Harrison, and I said, my 509's on your 509.
That's right. You finger fiddled it a little bit. Okay, where was this? Okay, here we go. Next one, micro comps and EDC magwells.
Asked by Timothy, which I think is interesting because he's the only guy that I know that I personally know, like have seen his equipment that has run a micro 9 or micro comp, and it broke.
That's true, it did. I think he's trying to get our opinion on if he should get a carry Magwell.
I don't know. I've thought about it, but honestly, I think if I got a carry Magwell, especially for my 17, it would just be for aesthetics, because I have a huge big meat pad right here on my hand, but the 17 already is kind of Magwelled enough, and I don't see the advantage of it myself. But if you want to get one, I would obviously not stop you, because I'd want to try it out too.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the micro comps, I've had a couple guns with comps on them, and they were super fun. Like, absolutely a blast. The only thing I didn't like about the comps was when we took that pistol class, I shot the 17 with the comp on it, so
Mhm.
it's about this long. And then I
It's long.
reholstered it after that, and I burnt my dick. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's and I just want to point out really quick. You beat me in the what was that drill that we were running called?
it was the
The counting one. Anyway, yeah, you beat me, but
by like 2 seconds,
just
maybe.
barely,
Yeah.
and one shot, 2
Yeah.
seconds and one shot because I miscounted.
Mhm.
So I just want to throw that out there really quick.
That's why I was the one person in the class.
Son of a biscuit. Oh. Well, the bad part is it was only one person in the class that was good, and the rest of them had the prereqs. There was one guy. So this is like way off topic, but
Kimber?
yep, the Kimber guy. He was making me nervous.
He had fun.
Fun?
He had fun.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah. He was there and he had fun.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that one made me nervous.
We're doing that shooting while talking drill.
Oh yeah. I don't.
Like,
what did he do on that?
Shoot
one?
my ex-wife. I don't even care.
That's right. I forgot about that. Oh man, that was good.
You do it or I'm gonna do it.
That was good. We need to get back up there.
Mm-hmm.
We really should. Although at this point, I don't know if he'll let us go back up. Only one of us is good enough.
That wouldn't get brought up when we get there.
No, absolutely not.
So
I have not almost written that on his comments on Facebook multiple times.
Which one of us?
Right. Am I the one that's good enough to go to this class? Anyway, okay. So Jordan's asking, and he probably knows the answer to this. Have either of you spent much time shooting 2011s? You've spent a lot of time shooting
It
like
doesn't count.
It
doesn't count.
I was gonna say like a 2001. It's missing like 10 years of refinement.
They call it a 2011, but the Rock Island is a double stack 1911. So no, I have not spent much time.
We have both shot 2011s.
When I first got it, we were at when you first got it, before I took it from you.
We were at Applied Ballistics in Lafayette, Indiana.
Yeah.
Premier firing range.
Awesome place. And we shot it in the Hawk 5.0 STI back to back. And
you gotta do that every time you say Hawk.
They're really similar. I think
they are. They really
which was
are.
Interesting because the Hawk was a lot lighter.
Yep.
And the recoil was very similar between the two.
Yeah.
But that's about all the experience I have with 2011s.
I'll tell you, between the two, the Hawk is going to carry so much better.
It would.
Like, I intentionally didn't keep the commander size 1911 from Rock Island. Like, it was a great gun. It shot pretty good. But it was just like, there was no way I was going to carry it. And if I'm not going to carry a 1911, I want a 5-inch one.
Because both of us wanted that one.
Yeah.
Both of us wanted the commander.
Right.
We both wanted to carry it. And then you got it and we were like, ew.
Dang. Yeah, that was a bad realization. It made me sad. Like, because again, I liked the gun.
I got the good one.
You did. I hate you so much. I need to get one and just go at it again. And except now I don't do mod videos.
Yeah.
So thanks, YouTube. Killed that option for me. Now I got no excuse.
Kathleen said your hawk call sucks.
Hey, I'd like to hear you do better. Do it.
Caw-caw!
What was that? That was.
I'm a chicken hawk.
I'm a chicken. It's like that's a Wendy Boy version of a hot call. That's how they started off.
we were I got home and my daughter runs up to me and she's in her princess dress and she's
Okay.
like, Dad, can we go to the daddy daughter dance? Because last year we went to a
Yeah.
daddy daughter dance. And I was like, well, it's not today, but we can practice. So I put on Pandora. We danced a little bit, and then we ended up putting on YouTube so we could listen to some of the music. And then this came to that. We ended up listening to Skald, Skald. It's a like a Norwegian. Yeah.
Oh, is that the like? Okay.
And they have one song, and it was a music video, and these guys are walking out of the water, and they're in full like Celtic god dress, and they have antlers coming out of their heads. I look over at my wife, and I'm like, Wendigo. She just
so you got your wife into it too?
No.
Oh,
she just rolled her eyes at me.
That's a shame. So Andy and I have a weird, I don't know if it's obsession. That's not the right word. Fear of cryptoids and cryptids.
I'm gonna have to go back to the island again this year, and I'm not happy about it.
Which island?
You
told me the story
Island.
once. Yeah, like why do you have to go back there?
Because they call it Star Island. It's a
they're dumb.
It's an island in the middle of the lake.
Okay.
With a lake inside of it.
Okay.
Which is rare.
Yes.
And so yeah, it's everybody goes there and just hangs out, and you drive your boat up, park it on the beach, and get out and do your thing. But the natives call it Wendigo Island.
Is there a reason other than to keep people away?
I don't know. Guess who's bringing a gun this year?
Are you staying there overnight?
No.
Thank goodness. Is it wooded? Like, are there people there? Other people?
Yeah, like there. When we got there last year, there was like 30 boats there.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. Then you're most likely safe.
Yeah, I'll throw somebody else's kid over.
Yeah, that's good. Just don't go there at night alone.
No. Yeah, unarmed.
Or in the evening. Are Wendy boys? Are they like specifically? Sorry, I just read that. Are they like specifically nocturnal, or is it because some of those like some of that stuff's during the day? I'm just saying.
I think it depends on how far you are in the deep dark woods.
Where was that lake? What state's that in?
Minnesota.
Oh yeah, no, that's Wendy Boy territory.
I know.
Yeah, that's
why. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Nope. I was gonna say if you were like it's in Florida, I'd be like, no, you're good. Like that's not where those are.
Hunting live stream.
Oh,
okay, that would consist of both of us not ever getting out of the truck because we're too scared.
100%. You're talking to a guy who like is sitting. We're in Indiana, mind you, and I'm sitting there in a hunting blind, and I'm like, that might be a Bigfoot behind me. We don't have Bigfoots here. Like, don't say crap about we don't have Bigfoots anywhere.
We'd be both sitting in the truck with our 10.5 AR pistol in one hand, Strybog in the other. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Dude, screw you! I'm gonna be 100 yards down the road with my 6.5, just like watching your truck.
Back of the truck.
Ooh, on like a bipod thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Boom, 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 boom. And by the time we're all done,
before I sell it.
All right. And by the time we're all done and all out of ammo, then a stand-up deer lands on the hood of the truck. Oh, anyway.
Windshield wipers.
Catch the Wendigo's junk in the windshield wipers and just like,
pop the hood.
Oh, that went downhill so fast. Okay, so Pistol Pete, this is probably going to be one of our last questions, unless one of you guys like post a zinger on there. Anyone else dry firing? No.
Hey, Jordan, not cool.
Hey, that just means that you have like a way higher chance of getting eaten by a Wendy boy than either one of us on a day-to-day basis. We're pretty safe.
And he's in Iowa. He's not like it's that much closer.
It's a lot closer.
Is it? I'm not good with geography.
It's yeah, I don't. Laughing is prohibited in this podcast. No, we don't take things seriously. Come on now. What is that? This tab is playing the audio. That's interesting. Sorry, I just got a message. I don't care about that. Anyway, so yeah, as you see, neither one of us are dry firing. If we were to be dry firing, what would you be dry firing, sir?
It's CZP10 FCR.
I'm glad you call it. Like I finally got people to start calling it the CR because like I don't call it the normal thing. Working the furries. Anyway, and I grabbed the 509 because it was there. Harrison, you're never getting this back.
Just made somebody uncomfortable, guaranteed.
I cannot tell you how many times people will comment in videos like, "Hey, you should really safety check that thing," and I'm like, "I did safety check it. I just didn't show you because it's a video. Like if you were sitting in front of me,
dirty.
You finger fiddled my hole.
You cleaned my guns. I expected you cleaned yours too.
I clean your guns once a year. That's twice as much as I clean mine." Man, if people didn't realize that I'm the one that does the work to your guns, it would just sound like I was your bitch. You clean my guns. I'm sorry, I clean your guns.
My dad asked me if I listed the M&P 10 yet, and I was like, no, I need to go clean it. And I was like,
no,
I need to get a part for it, so Andy will clean it.
New trigger. Hey, I got this stock AR-15 trigger for you to put back in. I hate you so much. Oh, anyway.
No, Menards doesn't sell guns yet.
That's unfortunate.
They had a fishing section a couple years ago, and it died off pretty quick.
They had a really good hunting section too. Like they had blinds and all the climbing stuff for tree stands and all the junks. But yeah, not. What happened?
Screw you, Jordan.
Is he sending pictures of the Wendy boys? I wonder if he sat there and actually said it out loud, because if you're near them and you say their name, then they don't like that. They come to you.
You say it 3 times, it's like Beetlejuice.
It is. That's interesting.
I don't know.
Do we ever find out, like, what happens to Beetlejuice when you say his name 3 times? He just gets like.
Doesn't he get released from?
Was he? He was already released, walking around the little town thing.
I don't know.
Was he like stuck to the little town that he had made? Like, how do we know the lore of Beetlejuice?
No, and we don't care.
They're making a new one.
Yeah. Didn't find that to be a good movie. I watched it as an adult with high expectations, and I was
there you go.
Fear the Amish. You're safe, Jordan.
Doesn't everybody fear the Amish? Pistol Pete bought a gun at Piggly Wiggly.
Nice.
My dad bought guns at Sears back in the day. Mail order. No, like. She does look like that. Oh,
that's dirty.
It is. You know what? I'm going to say it out loud. Beetlejuice is the mayor of Chicago. So says Big Johnson, because I don't live in Chicago and I can say things like that because this is. I almost said it was a free country, but we try.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
All right. Well, I think I'm out of topics. How are you doing on topics?
You're out? We're good, unless we want to go into like skinwalkers or something. But I gotta walk out to the car, and I'll probably get scared and run.
Well, I mean, skinwalkers, you're pretty safe against skinwalkers. Just in general,
they're the ones that follow you, not the Wendigos.
They do follow you, but you got to piss them off first.
Well,
like Wendigos will just do it because they're hungry.
I have a very abrasive personality,
right? I'm kind of a dick.
Oh, that's what you change into? Little freaking rabbit bitch. Oh, this is where I die.
Oh, you decided to be a deer.
I don't miss anymore.
What would happen if it was a big one? You'd be like, it'd be a lot easier if you were tiny.
Aim small, miss small.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Like when I was watching
slow is smooth is fast.
When I was watching The Patriot for the first time, like that aim small, miss small, I was like, oh, that is revolutionary. And then like the more I watch it's
revolutionary. Yes, production should be moved to 15 rounds.
100% I've been saying that. I've gotten that question the last couple of times in my Q&As.
Bump it up to 18.
Would you?
Yeah.
Do a full size one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it basically at least 15.
Mm-hmm.
Bump it up to that. Now, I also think that they should allow carry magwells in not in production, in carry optics. like size restrictions of like no more than a 1/4 inch, no more than an
Because they
1/8
have
of an inch over the
restrictions in
hole.
single stack.
Yeah. Let's send Alec to Ukraine. Who's Alec?
Alec Baldwin.
Oh. Actually, I mean, it's not a bad idea. We'll get rid of him.
What if we send him to Russia?
That's probably...
We could airdrop him in with some antlers attached to his head.
Do Russians even know what a Wendigo is?
I don't know.
Is it Wendigo or Wendigo? I watched too much
yes.
Supernatural. Okay.
Yes. It's either or.
Okay.
I have been enjoying those TikToks where they're like, when an American plane airdrops a deer and then all of a sudden it stands up, and when an American plane airdrops a wolf and then all of a sudden it stands up. I'm like, ooh, I've seen those movies too. You don't make it out of that one either.
Nope. No, they should do more movies on those. There really aren't enough. They don't like, I mean, heck, Harry and the Hendersons was the last Bigfoot movie.
No, I was meaning werewolves.
Quality, huh?
Werewolves.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, of the cryptoid of Bigfoots, like that's...
No,
but
they
yeah,
had Underworld.
That's true.
That was
Underworld,
fantastic.
that was a good...
And I'm not just saying that for Kate Beckinsale.
I was gonna say
the movie itself, I enjoyed.
The leather did not hurt that movie.
It didn't hurt. No.
But that was like, it was cool. They created like an entire lore around, like, or an entire background around what the lore is. But yeah, they haven't done enough of the other lesser known cryptoids. Skinwalkers would be a fun one. They're not really a cryptoid though. They're more of like a shaman-y. I use the term myth loosely, but myth. What? Wait. You gonna be Wendy?
No. Hard pass.
I'm wondering which one of us he's talking about.
Unless I have red hair and red hair with braids.
Aw, that's horrible. Anyway, so I think that is about it, guys. Deploy Ukraine to Chicago or Chicago.
I don't know
the band.
No. Would you rather?
Deploy
would you
to
rather
Ukraine
deploy to Ukraine or Chicago?
Okay, that's a good point. Ukraine has looser gun restrictions. I'll go to Ukraine. I can get a javelin missile over there. In Chicago, I can't even carry a handgun.
You could at least get an AK-74U.
You could. Right.
I'll shoot 3 of them.
So
anyway, I'm going home.
So anyway, if you've made it this far into what turned into a cluster of a podcast, do us a favor and check out some people. Check out Harry's Holsters at harrysholsters.com. Use the coupon code WORKTHETRIGGER for 10% off over there. We had Reload Wrap in the chat a couple of times here. And guys, if you are looking for a quality magazine carrier and you don't want on-the-belt magazine, I don't like on-the-belt magazine carriers. I just don't. I haven't found
everyday carry.
Yeah, I haven't found one yet that's comfortable and versatile. The Reload Wrap, however, is comfortable and is versatile. It is a magazine holder. I mean, there's not a more better or more graceful word that goes in your pocket, and it carries any size magazine. And I mean any size. It also carries speed loaders for revolvers, and it's just amazing. If I carry a spare mag, that's what it's going in. Again, that is Reload Wrap. Who else we got? If you are looking for the best of all of the range bags, especially American-made range bags, head over to Lynx Defense. You can use Work the Trigger over there as well for 10% off.
He hasn't sent me one, so I'm not participating.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mine needs to come in black multicam.
I have tried to do that. It's like twice as much. I've actually been trying to get. He's got this really cool paint splatter, like 80s paint splatter. Check out his Instagram because it is choice.
Lynx Defense
on that
one. I
one.
participated.
You can. Big Johnson says 5%. There you go. Okay, I'm glad that Big Johnson knows my discount codes better than I do. I thought about changing my discount codes to like WTT5, WTT10. That way I can like keep things straight, but I don't know, whatever. You can head over to Norso. They make some badass slides. I don't have one up here. It's upstairs. It's not even.
You got like 2 of them.
Oh, I do. It's the other one's over there anyway. You can use work the trigger for 5% off over there. You can do. I don't even know anymore. Anyway, I think that's about it. That's all I'm name dropping today.
Did you drop Harrison?
I did drop Harrison.
Okay.
I dropped Harrison twice. And I also said the name of his company.
Up, poor feller.
Could you imagine that? He'd fall like a whole 2 inches. Anyway, guys, I would like to say one last thank you to the chat for participating. Remember, again, we are going to be doing this about every 2 weeks or so to the best of our ability. The builder probably won't be here next time. We will see how that works. That means we're going to have to work out the headphones a little bit better so I can actually hear each other. Because right now we can only hear it because we're plugged into our own headphones.
I can hear you in my headphones.
Well, you're sitting next to me, and
in the headphones.
It probably won't work next time.
Maybe not.
I don't know. Anyway, thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
I was wondering if you were going to say bye.
I was reading.
Oh, all right. Bye.
Bye.